welcome back, and today we will discuss one of the leader of almost any discussions about stitching problems in different sewing groups. So we will talk about stitching quality. So after this video, I want you to have a clear understanding, clear picture, which settings can impact stitching quality, so you can double check yourself and see your strongest parts, where you are confident in your knowledge and skills, and which parts are missing, so you can go back and fill in these gaps. So what can impact stitching quality? And the first several settings we already discussed in the previous videos. So if you haven't seen them, make sure you check the previous videos. So first one was bobbin winding. Bobbin winding can impact stitching quality? Yes, it can. The second was bobbin threading. Also can impact stitching quality. The third and the fourth we just discussed yesterday. So the third and fourth. And we were talking about needle thread. So position of the needle thread spool and also threading of the needle thread. So I will write it right here. Threading of the needle thread and spool position. Also for the needle thread. Okay, so the next setting is needles. So the size and type of needles, condition of needles will impact stitching quality. Okay, so we're writing right here needles. The same we can say about threads. We need to have correct size of threads, correct type of threads, and also good quality of threads, right? They also need to be correlated between each other. Okay, so certain needles types and size need to be correlated with a certain types and size of threads, right? And here, one more, the fabrics or materials, you can also say, because not only like woven fabrics we can use. So I will put fabrics here. So fabrics itself will not impact quality of stitching, of course, but in combination with the incorrect needles or threads will impact quality of stitching. Like for example, we can set correct combination needles and threads, like correct size between them, correct types, but they will not be correlated with the type of fabrics, or we are changing fabrics but not changing needles and threads. And then this combination will impact the quality of stitching. Okay, does it make sense? So the next also setting that will impact stitching quality, so make it a little bit thicker, it's a stitch length. So stitch length itself also will not impact the quality of stitching, right? But in combination with needles, threads and fabrics, incorrect stitch length will impact stitching quality. So we are moving to the next two settings, and they are about thread tension. And two, because the one is for needle thread tension, and the second one is for bobbin thread tension. Okay, the next one is the presser fit. We're almost done. Okay, they also will impact the stitching quality indirectly. So only with the combination with the needles, threads, fabrics and stitch lengths, they may impact the quality of stitching. Okay, and the last one setting or point that we need to make sure we follow, it's a maintenance. So I will put it right here, and I will even circle it with the red color, because this part may impact the performance of the entire machine or particular mechanisms. So don't ignore this step, it's super important for the good stitching quality. So it may seem like a lot, right? But now, first of all, you have entire picture, clear vision, what can impact stitching quality. For second, if you're just learning now, you have a plan what you need to learn. If you already have some experience and want to check yourself, you have a list of topics where you can check yourself and see if any skills or knowledge are missing, so you can learn and fill in these gaps. Also look, for example, for these 4 topics, 4 settings, we already discussed in the previous videos what exactly you need to learn. Okay, so you have much more organized idea now of this topic, of these settings. Now look, for needles, threads, fabrics, stitch lengths and presser feet, I created a chart for correct correlation between all these settings. All what you need to do, you need to choose the name of the garment that you wish to make in the upper row of this chart, and then in the column you will see the recommended fabrics. So then when you choose the fabric that you want to use for your project, you will see across the recommended needles, recommended threads, type and size, recommended stitch lengths and recommended presser feet. So everything that you need to set for a certain project is in this chart. So as you can see, you will be covered in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 settings of all of these different topics. You see? So make sure you use it. It's available on my website, gemsewingacademy.com, or also I will put a link in the description to this video. So make sure you download it and use it. It will make your sewing life much easier. So what is left here? First of all is maintenance. So you need to make sure that you follow schedule for maintenance of your sewing machine. It doesn't matter, you change threads, changing needles, changing different sewing project. You need to follow the sewing machine maintenance schedule for different mechanisms. Okay, I even have a standalone module in my course dedicated only for maintenance. Weekly, monthly and yearly maintenance of a sewing machine. So what is left here? 2 settings for thread tension, a needle thread and for bobbin thread. We will discuss what you need to learn for these topics, for these settings in the upcoming videos. So for now, just digest this information. Make sure that you print out my chart and start using it for your projects. If you have any particular questions, of course, ask me in the comments below. I will answer them ASAP. So I'm looking forward to see you in the next video. And bye for now.